Okay, so what we've got here is a seated row. We're going to go through a couple of different variations and how the angle of the upper arm will change the intent of the exercise. So we're going to start off, and you can see that we're using the prime bar and the prime handles, which is really nice to have that kind of equipment. But again, this could be performed with a normal straight bar, some D handles, or depending on the cable machine, you might have two separate cables anyway. Now, in terms of the first part of the movement that I'm going to show you, I'm going to get Jake to show you more of a focus toward the mid back. So what I want Jake to first off do is, obviously you can see his feet are planted against the foot pads. We can see that he's got a relatively neutral spine in this position. And from this position, and to be honest, a little bit extended as well, which supports the roll. And from this position, we're going to think about keeping his elbows quite tight, and we're going to think about almost a pencil line in between his shoulder blades, and he's going to think about drawing his shoulder blades together as he comes through. Keeping that chest nice and proud, and then on the way down, he's thinking about just getting a little bit of a reach at the shoulder, and then driving back through again, drawing these shoulder blades together. So this is how we can make, first off, a seated row a little bit more middle back dominant. But what I want you to now show you is how we can maybe change the angle of the arm to target more of the rear delts. So by rear delts, I mean back at the shoulder. So this time, rather than keeping a neutral grip and driving the elbows inward, we're going to take a slightly semi-pronated grip, which you can see Jake's adopted here. And this time he's going to think about driving his elbows out at around about a 45-degree angle. Now, as he pulls back through into this position, he's still going to think about drawing these shoulder blades together just to get an even shorter position to these delts. But I can now feel that these are on, they're pumped up. And then from this position, he's going to control, again, reaching away, getting a little bit of a stretch. And again, come back through for us, Jake. So 45-degree angle, targeting these rear delts, drawing these shoulder blades back at the very last moment, and then controlling it back. So that's two very simple ways of obviously adjusting this seated row for a different intent, a different purpose, and that is our cable seated row.